There are numerous disabilities that can cause issues with the hands, elbows and shoulders. So thanks to the NDIS, it's brought really great benefits to those with special needs. So tell me, Cassandra, is Helping Hands covered by the NDIS?
Yeah, it certainly is. So Helping Hands is able to see clients that are involved with the NDIS, and essentially NDIS doesn't cover the full gamut of what we offer. So if someone's fallen over and broken a wrist or dislocated a finger or have a little bit of RSI from a computer-related injury, those don't fall under the NDIS. So NDIS tends to cover more chronic conditions or illnesses. So the types of patients or clients that we see at Helping Hands under NDIS tend to be post-stroke. They might have had an acquired brain injury. They might have had a congenital condition, so born with something that has given them some sort of incapacity neck to fingertip. So it tends to be people who have more long-term effects from their condition. But yes, certainly Helping Hands is able to help and is able to take those clients on.
So what disability-related symptoms can Helping Hands assist with?
Essentially, we're able to assist with any symptoms related to someone's condition. So what we tend to do with our NDIS patients, what we always do, is just do a full assessment when they come to us and get a really good understanding of how is their condition affecting their upper limb, so their fingertip to shoulder. And also, what are their goals? What do they believe is the issue that they are coming to us for? So it might be as simple as someone wants to be able to write their shopping list, so they want some improvements in their handwriting. Or it might be that someone who's had a stroke has a very tight, painful contracture, and so that we're working on splinting and exercises to try and bring that out, which is a lot more full on, I guess. So it really depends on what the client presents to us and what their particular goals are. But we can essentially do, everything, as long as it's fingertip to shoulder related, we can do everything across the spectrum of symptoms. So it might be reducing pain, it might be increasing movement, it might be increasing someone's strength. Generally, we're working on trying to increase someone's independence and reduce reliance on any carers as well.
So give me an example of the type of child that's covered by the NDIS that you would see.
Yeah, well, for example, it might be a child who's referred to us for cerebral palsy. Now, cerebral palsy can affect children in lots of different ways, from quite minimally to quite extensively, I guess. So it might be that we'd be working on the child simply to try and find like a little brace that they might be able to wear to school, because often with the cerebral palsy children, their wrists tend to sit in a little bit of flexion. So it'd be just looking at a functional brace that can pop their wrists in a good position to perhaps let them, be quite independent then in their handwriting and what they're doing at school. Other children have quite a forced flexion contracture, we call it. So those children, we might have to do more of an extensive treatment program. So we might actually be doing things like serially casting, which is like a cast that we'd apply for a fracture, but we actually cast it and over time try and get that contracture out. And then once it's out, then we're able to fit splinting to let the child maintain that new position that's in. You can also use garmenting, so very specific custom-made sort of lycra garments with supports where there's needed can actually pull a child's wrist from that flex position into an extended position so that they're able to use their hand but still move it forward and backwards, which can be a little bit of a limitation with the splint. So it really is a matter of, there's so much we can do, and there's so much we do for each individual person. So it's hard to say we do one thing for one child. It's really looking at, well, what does this child need in their situation, in their home life, in their difficulties that they're having with school. And then there's so much we can do.
Yeah, it's amazing. So there you have it. If anything has rung a bell with you today or has made you think of someone that is covered by the NDIS, make sure you get them to get in touch with Helping Hands today to see how they can help them. And even if you're unsure if the treatment required is covered by the NDIS, the friendly team would really love to help you out.
Absolutely.